Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are at the end of the road for the Grand Fled jury. We finally reached episode 10, adjournment.
And right away, looking at the source notes, it is not the finale you might expect.
Not at all. I mean, if you were hoping for a big dramatic verdict, a gavel slamming in slow motion, this really isn't that kind of ending.
Definitely not. The script is so specific. It's early morning, and we even see the birds from episode 8 again, which is a great touch for continuity.
But there are no speeches, no plaques.
No ceremony at all. It's just work. The sound of a courthouse waking up.
It feels almost aggressively normal, doesn't it? And I guess our mission for this deep dive is to figure out why. Why end with the quiet resumption of work instead of some big catharsis?
That's the question. And at the heart of it, of course, is Harold.
Right. We've watched him struggle this whole time, but here, the script says he signs in with no hesitation and, maybe more importantly, no dread.
But the real clue is where he isn't looking. He doesn't glance at the jury box anymore.
And the narrator gives us a reason for that. It's not that he's forgotten. It's because he doesn't need reminding.
I don't think he's blocking it out. I think he's internalized it. You see it in the dialogue.
When he's on the phone with that caller.
Exactly. He says something that, for the old Harold, would have been impossible. He says, I don't know the answer yet, but I'll find out.
But I'll find out. Okay, so on the surface, that's just, a standard line. Why is it treated as such a huge moment?
Because for him, admitting ignorance was terrifying. It was a failure. Now, the narrator calls that sentence policy. It's just the procedure. He's moved from fear to a methodical, calm resolve.
He's comfortable with the process, which brings us to the title, Adjournment. The jury is gone.
And the narrator has this really philosophical take on it. They don't linger around as ghosts or myths because, and I love this line, juries are meant to deliberate, not linger.
That's a tough pill to swallow, though. I mean, in our own lives, we kind of want the jury to linger, don't we? We want that audience, that validation.
We crave that applause, sure. But the show's core argument is that every court adjourns, not because justice is finished, but because it has learned how to stand without being watched.
Stand without being watched. Wow. So that's the whole thing. It's the difference between performing for an audience and just doing the work.
Precisely. And notice how the focus zooms out right after that. It stops being about this one courthouse.
It goes to in another city, another office. It's about someone, anyone, choosing to read the last page or ask one more question.
Yes, that idea that the spirit of the jury hasn't vanished, it's just been absorbed into these small individual acts of integrity.
So the Grand Flood jury adjourns not because they failed, but because they actually succeeded. Their job is done.
They aren't needed as an external force anymore. But the script is very clear that 3 things do remain.
Attention. Presence.
Yeah.
And the last one is, it's a little chilling.
It is. The courage to say this matters before silence decides otherwise.
Before silence decides otherwise. It's like a warning that if you don't act, the void will.
It's a reminder that doing the right thing, that paying attention, is an active choice against entropy. And that's how you get to what the script calls earned silence. It's not empty, it's complete.
It really makes you think about your own work, We're all sort of performing for a jury, whether it's a boss or clients or just the algorithm.
Absolutely.
So here's something to think about. How does your own work change when you stop performing for that jury and start trusting your own resolve? Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.
Court is adjourned.